2023 WNBA Draft, the Indiana Fever select Aliyah Boston.
Aliyah Boston is one of the rising stars players in women's basketball, dominating the games and putting up her mark outside the court within the shortest period. Having excelled in college, Aliyah Boston easily transitioned into the WNBA, quickly establishing her presence in the league without difficulty. Let's talk about a few of the things that made this Indiana Fever forward a spearhead in professional basketball, so soon as she continues on her personal and professional trajectory. Boston isn't just putting up numbers. She carries herself like the face of a franchise. Whether it's rallying her team in a huddle or locking in defensively, there's a calm confidence about her that's impossible to ignore. She leads with energy, holds teammates accountable, and has a way of bringing fans into the moment. On the court, Boston's production speaks just as loudly. She's once again one of the best in the league on the glass and at the rim, averaging 8.2 rebounds per game, 7th in the league, and 1.4 blocks, 5th. The Indiana Fever star is doing the dirty work every night. But what really sets her apart? It never feels forced. Boston just gets it done, the same way she has since day one. Aliyah Boston early life. Aliyah Boston's basketball journey started when she was just 9. She was tagging along to watch her older sister Alexis play, but ended up falling in love with the game herself. Before long, she was out on the court too, usually the only girl there, but more than capable of holding her own. She grew up idolizing Candace Parker. The talent was obvious early, but the local competition back home couldn't match her skill level. So at just 12 years old, Aliyah and Alexis made a life-changing move to New England to live with their aunt, Janaire Hodge, and cousin, Kira Punter. That move set the stage for what came next. At Worcester Academy in Massachusetts, Aliyah dominated. She was a 3-time Gatorade Massachusetts Player of the Year, won 2 NEPSAC titles, and earned invites to the McDonald's All-American Game and Jordan Brand Classic, ranked number 3 nationally by ESPN. She was already elite before stepping onto a college campus. Aliyah Boston personal life. Aliyah Boston is from the U.S. Virgin Islands and had moved to the mainland United States to find more opportunities in basketball. She played college hoops at the University of South Carolina under Coach Dawn Staley, where she was widely credited for leading her team to successes, including a national championship. Boston has a graduate degree in communications, which she obtained from University of South Carolina in 2023. She aspires to work in broadcast sports journalism after her career. She had even joined NBC Sports as a studio analyst for their Big Ten and Notre Dame women's basketball coverage following her rookie WNBA season. Boston once enjoyed social media like most young athletes, but the constant negativity changed that. Early in the 2024 WNBA season, the Indiana Fever standout decided to step away from online platforms entirely. The hate came fast, trolls, couch coaches, and frustrated sports bettors flooded her feeds. So Boston pulled the plug. She chose peace over pressure, opting instead to spend more time with family, dive into her Bible, and prioritize her mental well-being. Aliyah Boston personal information. Aliyah Boston is one of the rising stars in the WNBA, currently suiting up for the Indiana Fever. Born on December 11, 2001, she's just 23 years old, but already making waves in her 3rd season. Aliyah Boston's height is 6 feet 5 inches and weighing around 220 pounds. She brings serious size and skill to the court. Boston grew up in the U.S. Virgin Islands before moving to the mainland, eventually becoming the number 1 overall pick in the 2023 WNBA draft. Her parents, Cleone and Algernon Boston, have supported her every step of the way. Off the court, she's in a relationship with Trayvon Minot, with an estimated net worth of $2 million. Boston's just getting started both as a dominant player and a face of the league's future. Aliyah Boston parents. Addressing the family connections of the Indiana Fever forward Aliyah Boston, her parents are the cornerstone of her life. Aliyah Boston parents, Cleone and Algernon Boston, are the ones who were quite supportive throughout the basketball journey of the rising star. Surprisingly, both of their daughter kids, Aliyah and Alexis, had developed a knack for the sport of basketball, which encouraged them to send them far for high-level training. Therefore, Aliyah could not spend significant time with her parents as she, along with her sister, was sent to New England to compete in organized basketball. Aliyah Boston's mother, Cleone Boston, is reportedly the president of the Miracle Babies Foundation. It is a non-profit organization that was founded in 2001. Since then, the foundation has donated more than $170,000 to Schneider Regional Medical Center in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. However, the information on Aliyah Boston's father, Algernon, is not too much. As far as know, he just loves to admire the game of his little girl. Even Aliyah's sister Alexis has an inclination for basketball. Surprisingly, both of them even once had a brother named Alec Craig, but he could not survive as he was a premature baby. Aliyah Boston's boyfriend. Reportedly, Aliyah Boston's boyfriend is Trayvon Minot, her fellow from the University of South Carolina. As per the reports, they started dating in 2020. Minot's path to basketball stardom started in Montreal, where he balanced two worlds, hoops and hymns. Sundays were all about church, and he was a regular behind the piano, bass guitar, and drums at his local Pentecostal service. But on the court, he found his real spark, especially watching dominant big men like Shaquille O'Neal and Joel Embiid overpower the paint. That inspiration pushed him to commit fully to basketball. Minot played college ball at South Carolina before transferring to Portland State, where he's now a senior averaging 7.8 points, 6.5 boards, and nearly 2 blocks per game. Both of them have a joint TikTok account and often share images of themselves together on social media. The page captures glimpses of their bond, from date nights to goofy moments, giving fans a peek into the playful side of one of WNBA's rising stars and her equally tall, musically gifted partner. Aliyah Boston net worth. Reportedly, Aliyah Boston net worth is of $2 million as the Indiana Fever power forward and center. However, it comprises different sources, obviously. Last year, when she secured the Rookie of the Year in the WNBA with her one-court dominance, she also landed deals with brands like Crocs, Under Armour, and Bose, among others. On top of that, she's got a hefty contract with the Indiana Fever worth $233,468 for 3 years, equating to an annual income of about $80,000. Although veteran WNBA players, such as Erica Wheeler, have signed contracts worth nearly $500,000 for 2 years with their teams, it highlights disparities within the league and their standing to their counterpart male-dominant NBA league. Although the salary arrangement is common for new players in the WNBA, it might shift towards exploring more equitable pay compared to the NBA. Aliyah has also accumulated money through her nil agreements, which were worth more than $100,000. As a final touch, she has also finalized a lucrative deal with Adidas recently. Aliyah Boston career. Aliyah Boston has wasted no time proving why she was a top pick in the 2023 WNBA draft. Straight out of South Carolina, she brought the same dominance to the pros that made her a household name in college. In her rookie season with the Indiana Fever, she didn't just fit in, she stood out. Boston earned Rookie of the Year honors and quickly became one of the most reliable bigs in the league. She's tough in the paint, smart on both ends, and rarely rattled under pressure. Her rebounding and shot blocking speak for themselves, but it's her leadership and calm demeanor that make her the foundation of this Fever team. She's not flashy, but she's incredibly effective. As Indiana continues its rebuild, Boston is clearly the centerpiece. And if her start is any indication, she's going to be a major force in the W for a long time. Aliyah Boston high school career. Aliyah Boston's high school career at Worcester Academy in Massachusetts was nothing short of dominant. She earned Gatorade Massachusetts Player of the Year honors 3 years in a row, 2017, 2018, and 2019, while leading her team to an impressive 24-1 record and a repeat NEPSAC Class 8 title in her senior season. That final year, she was named a consensus All-American after averaging 17.3 points, 10.6 rebounds, and 3.2 blocks per game. Her stellar play earned her spots in both the McDonald's All-American Game and the Jordan Brand Classic, two of the most prestigious showcases for high school talent. Coming out of high school, Boston was a 5-star recruit and ranked number 3 in the 2019 class by ESPN Hoop Girls. When it came time to choose a college, she picked South Carolina over powerhouse programs like UConn, Notre Dame, and Ohio State, giving head coach Dawn Staley the top-ranked recruiting class in the country. Aliyah Boston professional career. Aliyah Boston made history on April 10, 2023, as the Indiana Fever's first-ever #1 overall WNBA draft pick. She made an immediate impact, winning Rookie of the Month in May after averaging 15.8 points, 6.0 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks. By June, she earned Eastern Conference Player of the Week and became just the 8th rookie to start in the All-Star game. Boston wrapped up her debut season as a unanimous WNBA Rookie of the Year and the first rookie to lead the league in field goal percentage, 57.8%. In 2024, Boston helped the Fever land Caitlin Clark in the draft and earned her second All-Star nod after finishing second in fan voting. By 2025, she was a three-time All-Star, averaging 15.9 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 3.6 assists. Her leadership especially shined when Clark missed time. Boston took over as the team's offensive hub and led Indiana in assists. With elite efficiency and growing playmaking, she cemented herself as a franchise cornerstone. Aliyah Boston awards and achievements. Aliyah Boston's future in the WNBA is very well portrayed. With all basketball knowledge, together with the size and strength she will exhibit, she has a great chance to remain an elite player in the league for years. Improving her current skills through extra practice to improve her offense and perfect her overall game can make her a main player for the Indiana Fever and an all-star year after year. Here are some of Boston's achievements through her 2 years in the league.